Picture yourself with only $15 in your pocket and nowhere to sleep. What are you going to do? Would you be safe and buy the things you need? What if we told you that a man who was poor turned that $15 into a domino empire? Yes, you read that right. Domino's, the world's biggest pizza chain, got its start in the strangest way. Hold on tight, because this story has as many layers and tastes as a Domino's pizza. Let's get started. In this text, the protagonist, Donald Trump, is offered a contract to order 3 pizzas for $5. The offer is made to him, but he refuses, stating that he still has it. The story begins with Tom, a homeless man who lost his father and was placed in a foster home. His mother, who had graduated from nursing school, helped him find employment by selling newspapers and working as a cherry picker. Tom began to think like an entrepreneur, going fishing to increase his income and selling fish door to door while he thought of new business ideas. Tom's mother and he had a deteriorating relationship, leading to frequent bickering until Tom's mother placed him and his brother back in the care of a foster family. Tom worked on various farms and eventually found a job at a bowling alley. When he was a senior in high school, he relocated again to a rundown farm with no electricity during the winter months. His way of life was challenging, with tattered clothing and dung covering his shoes. One day, Tom decided to follow through on his lifelong ambition of becoming a priest. He applied to a seminary and was able to enroll when his mother promised to pay for his education out of her money. Tom was expelled from the seminary and told that he had not had a vocation in less than a year. He was unable to fulfill his childhood aspiration of becoming a priest and had to return to his mother's house. Timo's mother never stopped fighting, and she arranged for a law enforcement officer to pick him up from school and deliver him to a facility for troubled youth. Tom took a roundabout path home from school to avoid suspicion from his peers. When his aunt and uncle learned of the situation, they filed a petition with the court, requesting that he be allowed to live with them instead. Tom's first serious error was not completing his high school education. He didn't ask his teacher about anything he could do for graduates, and he caved in to his tricks, allowing him to finish last in his class. This ultimately led to his failure to graduate. In his yearbook, he wrote, "The harder it is to be good, the worse I get, but I may do something." After attending Ferris State College, Tom applied to the University of Michigan, but was unable to pay tuition. He joined the Marine Corps instead and realized that it was too late for him to continue his education. Tom decided to focus on improving his mental and physical health while working out. He began by immersing himself in self-help literature and visualizing himself as the ruler of a prosperous kingdom. After being discharged from the Marine Corps, Tom met a businessman who persuaded him to participate in a program to become wealthy quickly. He moved to Ann Arbor by hitchhiking with his younger brother Jim, where he worked as a newspaper supervisor and eventually became a successful salesman. However, he decided to withdraw from school due to a lack of time to study. At 23, Tom was a high school dropout for the second time and was driving a beat-up automobile. His younger brother Jim helped him out by suggesting that he buy a small pizza shop called Domino's in Illinois at a reasonable price. Tom took out a $500 loan and bought the store with Jim, but Jim resigned after 6 months. Tom took up the responsibilities of the business, which led to homelessness and the decision to open a pizzeria. Tom's experience of homelessness inspired him to think on a grand scale, but his company made little progress. He faced homelessness and struggled to pay rent, leading to his own financial struggles. One night, half of his employees did not show up, leading to a successful night in terms of revenue. Tom made it a point to make his menu straightforward and offer free delivery, making the first pizza shop his own. After launching a second location in Mount Pleasant, Tom decided to take a chance on opening a second location. He was terrified about taking a chance on the first one, but ultimately decided to continue his journey. The facility, along with the first one, eventually became the busiest pizza store in the country, selling thousands of pizzas each week. Tom, an orphan from the Marines, built his pizza empire after a few short years. When he built his third store, he was not allowed to use their name anymore, leading to confusion among customers. Tom decided to use Domino's and asked a manufacturer to design a box made of corrugated paper with holes to increase insulation and hold heat for longer periods. This innovation led to mass-produced pizza boxes at a low cost, which inspired him to think of more concepts that became the norm in the industry. Tom attended a franchising session at Boston College in the late 1960s, where he met McDonald's Ray Kroc and KFC's Josh Brown, who were instrumental in growing the business into a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate. He believed it was possible to make money doing deliveries and set the goal of opening a new store. After opening 32 unsuccessful outlets and being $1.5 million in debt, Tom handed over ownership to a financial institution to avoid bankruptcy. They brought in an expert who drove up prices while decreasing product quality. Within a year, the financial institution returned the company to its owners, and Tom eventually paid off all of his debt. After facing numerous lawsuits regarding his debt, Tom decided to implement a new business strategy. He introduced a new fee structure for franchisees, requiring them to run a store for a minimum of 1 year. This strategy resulted in over 1,000 outlets by 1983, a 3% growth over the previous year. Tom implemented this new strategy and expanded the company further, opening more than 5,000 outlets, making Domino's Pizza the most successful pizza delivery company in the world. This is it for today. We hope you enjoyed the video. If so, then share your thoughts in the comments and also share this video with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so you can never miss our video.